I charged $250 for a logo design and did like $2,000 worth of work. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Hey guys, my name is Lindsay and I'm a graphic designer and I provide branding for small businesses. So this is a story time of how I got my shit together. I need to talk about it. So I posted this video on TikTok. At the beginning of the year, I charged someone $250 for a logo and ended up doing $2,000 worth of work, maybe even more. So disclaimer, this has nothing to do with the client. I need everyone to understand that. The disclaimer, this has nothing to do with the client. The client didn't make the price. I did. At the beginning of the year, I didn't understand the term brand design. I didn't understand client processes. I didn't even understand templates. I didn't understand packages. If you're freelancing, you need a good plan. This video is for those of you who don't have a plan, like a client process. You don't use templates, you don't have packages. This video is for you. So at the beginning of the year, I took on a client and charged him $250 for a logo. After the whole, getting burnt out, I came across James Barnard on TikTok and I just love his content. And I ended up following him on Instagram. And I think it was just one night where I couldn't sleep. I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw a post of his. It was like, oh, meet me at the Designer Boss Summit. I'm a Designer Boss Summit. I'm a designer boss. I signed up. I paid for the resources. I got my ish together. I got it together, y'all. And Abby Connick, oh, I love that woman. I also got her Notion client portal, which was a game changer for me. Like learning about the client process, not just jumping into anyone who wants a logo, guys. Have a plan. Listen with your ears and your brain. Listen to what a potential client is saying to you. If you're gonna be burnt out and then take it out on your client, take it out on yourself, take it on your family, was it worth it? Was it? My client process starts from my website. I have an inquiry form. You fill it out. You tell me everything. You tell me what your business is about. You tell me what services you would like. You tell me your budget. You tell me your due date. You tell me more about you. And then from there, I get to know the person and the business and they get to know me. If everything works out, I put together a proposal. And if the proposal is if they are like, yes, I accept your proposal, then I get the invoice, I get the contracts ready, and I send it to them, right? Once that first payment is made, I will invite you to my Notion client portal. I have another list of questionnaires, and I ask my clients to just fill it out in Notion. Just fill out the questionnaire, and then we will have another call again to talk a little bit more about, what you filled out. And also, that client questionnaire is what jumpstarts my research. I'm obsessed with research. I think that's why that part of the process works for me, because I love doing research. I love finding out about whatever it is my clients do. I just love to learn, and with strategy and research, we start developing concepts. So for example, for my technician client, I developed 2 concepts. The first concept, it was very modern, very spa-like, and the second concept was playful and fun. And she chose the playful and fun because she's young. Her entire art is about being creative. Client process so far: inquiry stage, the discovery stage. We talk, we get to know the business a little bit, and once we've realized that designer and the client are a good fit, then we jump into the contracts, the invoices, the proposal. Once that first payment is made, that's when you start doing the work. You start to strategize, you start to do research. And from your strategy and research, you will develop concepts. So 2 concepts, 3 concepts, it's up to you. And then from those concepts, whichever your client chooses, you could start the design phase. So if you start searching for fonts, you start developing colors, mood board. For that brand presentation, use a lot of mockups. Use mockups that your client will use. I'm in the process of building a visual identity for a small church, right? Clients will tell you what they need the logos and stuff on, what they need. I created letterheads, welcome cards, envelopes, business cards. Think outside the box. I also use mock-ups of like the tote bags. Church people need to put their Bible somewhere. People, show them what the logo will look like on that the church members will love. Not just the church itself, but think about the church members as well. Yeah, so that's the brand presentation. Once you get into the brand presentation, you present it. Do a video call. If you're not meeting the person, do your brand presentation with the person. It was a little difficult to get in touch, so I created a video presentation. I walked through the entire thing. I think it was like 14 minutes. You need to tell them why you chose this and why it would work. Okay, telling you. If you could tell the client why this will work, be hearing from them less. They're more likely to go with your idea if you can explain it to them. Explain why you did this. Explain why it works in the industry. Explain everything to them, right? So if you give them a brand presentation and they're like, okay, well, this, what you're gonna do now is fine tuning on your one concept and you start to build on it. So make sure you have different variations of the logo. Make sure the colors work. Make sure the colors work together. Make sure all these elements work together. Develop the brand icons. Develop stuff for social media. If they want templates, you can do all. This is when you start getting creative for real. Like this is when you start making the brand better. You know. If you are working with a client, my biggest recommendation to you is repeat. If you know that something within the client process is important to you, say it at least 3 times. If you know that you want to get paid on time, before you even do contracts, before you even do all that stuff, the client knows and understands this. There should be no confusion. If you're telling them over and over and over again, there's no confusion. Be outspoken. Be kind. Just tell your client what it is that you need, that you require from them. And I promise you, if you are telling them what they need, they will give it to you. Once you have the client finalize the designs, guys, do not go forward. Do not go forward with a design if your client does not approve it. Hello, do you want more work? Make sure you and your client are 100% set on whatever it is you're working on. You built all these logos, curated colors, fonts. You have to make sure your client uses all these elements properly, right? So you need brand guidelines. Create a brand guideline. Start with brand sheets, like a 2-page brand sheet. Show them that you know what you're talking about. You offboard them, tell them it was a pleasure to work with them. Ask for a review, guys, because it looks good on your website. So let's recap. So if you want to have a successful client experience, create a client process, entire process from start to finish. Have packages so you're organized. If you're building logos, it's more than likely the same process all the time, and use templates. Bonus tip is to take advantage of Google Drive. You could organize your clients so beautifully in Google Drive, right? Guess what? If something happens where you have to update the logo, delete, re-upload. Alright, so here's my final thoughts. Charge your worth. If you undercharge yourself, you will be burnt out, and your worth and your value comes in when you have a set process that makes it easy for the client. Your client should not be like, oh, I don't know. Like, they should never be confused. It should be easy for them. The investment was worth it. Make it easy for them. What's easy for them will be easy for you. Alright, so if you like this video, please subscribe, please like, and if you can share the moment when you had your wake-up call, I would love to hear it and just feel like I have like another survivor in the game. So share that with me, okay? Peace.